शीश मुकुट बंसी मुख बाजे चपल नयन कुंडल झनके मोर मुकुट पीतांबर सोहे मंद मंद मधुरी मुस्के कृष्णा. My name is Ekta Jain and I am founder and director of Ekta Dance Academy. I'm running this academy in New England area from past 10 years, teaching dance to students of all age groups and all kind of dances which brings joy and happiness to life. My students have performed in previous years in Celtics, Blue Sox, Red Sox, as well as we have also performed with lots of Bollywood celebrities. We have done lots of work for the fundraisers as well as cultural activities. मेरा हिंदी मंच से बहुत साल से नाता है. मैं हिंदी मंच के बाल युवा मंच विभाग की को-चेयर हूँ. ये विभाग बच्चों के लिए, बच्चों को प्रोत्साहित करता है हिंदी से जोड़ने के लिए.
Ekta, welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much for being introduced.
Sure, pleasure to have you here in the studio.
It's my honor to be with you.
And we are really looking forward to honoring you on March 14th.
I'm equally excited as well as my family and friends.
Great. So let's start first with Ekta Dance Academy.
Mm-hmm.
When you started, what type of dance you teach? And then also how you got interested in dance.
Ekta Dance Academy was started 20 years back in Delhi. And then my husband moved to US and then I had to shut down that dance school and we moved to Boston. And I started again from scratch with 6 kids. And then it's just grew up and unfortunately we had to move to Florida. I shut it down again.
Mm-hmm.
I started my academy there and we had to come back to Boston. I started again. So it was like going back and coming forward and like that, but I kept myself going. And then last year we celebrated 10 years of Ekta Dance Academy with 120 kids performing.
Excellent. And so what type of dance you teach?
I teach, usually people say Bollywood dance. I teach the dance which brings people close to their culture, whether it's a folk dance, it's Bollywood, it is semi-classical, it is some kind of story, some mythological story, bringing close to some kind of folk of any state, any festival. So anything which brings kids close to our culture, that's what kind of dance. Sometimes I also write stories and I prepare dance on that. So this is how it goes. Basically, it is Bollywood. I choose songs from Bollywood, but this is what my aim is, that there should be a message, some kind of story, some concept which people takes home when they leave.
So what are the ages of your children? Like what is the age range?
You will laugh.
Okay.
I have students, the youngest student which I have is not even 4. And the oldest one is 82.
82.
That's right.
That's incredible. We would love to do an interview with 82-year-old.
Of course.
Yeah,
Most welcome.
Sure.
Because I have senior citizens whom I teach dance and they perform on stage. And I have students of 82 years old, 83 years old in that group. And
have you ever asked them that what really got them interested in dancing?
Loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
This is what seniors are suffering nowadays. So this is what really hurts me, then that people, when kids grow up, they don't give time to their parents. It's not unintentionally, but loneliness is the one problem which seniors are having right now, nowadays. And they try to engage themselves. They try to keep themselves happy. And dance is one of the therapy which can make anyone happy. Dance doesn't see age. It see your heart, and your heart never gets old. So that's what I think. And that's what I tell seniors and encourage them to get more and more involved into dance.
So now coming back to the kids, for example, sometimes parents force them, rightly so, that they learn something new.
That's right.
What are some of the questions they ask you?
Whenever kids come to my class, first of all, you are right, parents force them. And first thing which I see in my students is, do they want to learn dance, or they are learning dance because their parents are forcing them? Because dance cannot be done forcefully. If you are not dancing from inside, you cannot do it.
Yes.
So I give all the time to the kid. Even if they don't want to enter my dance class, it's fine. They keep standing on one side. They look what we are doing. Because right now, parents are not, again, same thing, time. They're not able to give time to their kids. And they are engaging them into different activities just to compensate that. So when they come to my class, the first question they ask is, are you a teacher? Is this a school? I tell them, no, this is not a school. I'm not a teacher, I'm your auntie. You're going to have fun here. And they really enjoy. And second thing, why are we not doing English song? Why are we...
That's what they do ask.
They do ask. But because this is what goes on, people are going away from culture, English song, English dance, and...
So I'm going to be that little kid who is coming to your class, and I'm going to ask you some questions.
Sure.
Okay. So my first question is, why should I dance? Why should I learn dancing?
You should learn dance because you want to be happy. If you are happy, you will dance. We don't dance when we are... So I always tell them, so pretend that it's a birthday party. We are in your birthday party. We want to celebrate. How will you celebrate? How will you show your happiness? How will we show celebration?
Okay. Now, my next question is, why not English songs?
It's not against with English songs. It is what they are already learning. Everywhere they are doing. There is something which I want to teach them, which they are not getting here, which they are going away from. So I do teach them on English song as well. But I try to bring them closer to our traditions and the culture, to the roots where they're from.
Who will be your best dancer, young students? What one quality you look for them?
Anyone who will dance from their heart. Even if they're not moving their hands or legs properly, it doesn't matter. The first thing when you dance or when we talk, we always look at the person's face. If you are dancing beautifully with all the steps on beats, but if your face is showing something else, it doesn't do full justice with the dance. So first thing which I tell them, if you're smiling and if you're giving the same smile to the audience, and if audience is enjoying your dance, that means you are the best dancer of the world.
Excellent. What about for adults? Like, they have a lot of, many times I think, that I started to learn singing much later in my life. And now I feel a little bit comfortable with, just humming few songs. And many times I think, I wish, if I could, now I can dance because now the feeling really comes. But still there's a lot of hesitation. Even in some parties and all, I just don't dance. So what advice you will give to adults like me who really want to do that, but they feel very hesitant?
So I do get, whenever I get inquiries, whenever I get calls, first thing, I have never learned dance before. I don't have any experience. Or sometimes they say, I am overweight. These kind of questions too, especially women, they ask. I am 60 years old, age, body, other stuff. What I say, you just come. Can you walk? They say, yes, I can walk. You can dance. When you are walking, you are dancing actually. You are dancing to the tunes of your heart, your heartbeat. If you can walk, you can dance. And I think that thing, first of all, I always try to develop the confidence in them. And for that, what I do, I always, whatever they do, I just tell them, you're doing the best. You're the best. You can do it. You're doing better than me. And that helps them in getting their lost confidence, the public fear, the stage fear. And when they perform on stage, and when they won competition, and when they show their trophy to their parents especially. And I have also seen grandmothers winning competition and their grandkids sitting in the audience and clapping for them.
Excellent. Very good.
So
on that note, now let us move to Hindi Manch. You were involved with Hindi Manch for some time. So what is your role at Hindi Manch and what you do and why you do that?
I'm the co-chair of Balyuva Manch. I get connected with that around 5 years back. I got so moved with their initiative, their motto, and I don't think so any other organization is doing such thing, bringing especially youth, bringing them close to their mother tongue. I'm from North religion, I'm a Hindi-speaking girl. So I would like to see my daughter speaking in Hindi, or if they're performing on stage in Hindi, that will make me very proud.
So you have 2 kids.
I have 2 daughters.
2 daughters. And so how is their Hindi? Has the Hindi Manch forum made them know?
Unfortunately, I got to know about Hindi Manch very lately, and by the time I got to know, they were already off to college. And but I always talk with them in Hindi, and their Hindi is pretty good, though they try to answer in English, but still
they can understand.
They can understand very well. They talk with their grandmother in Hindi. And in Balyuva Manch, one thing which really impressed me is they encourage the youth to organize the event, as well as they always encourage the people, the kids, to come and speak in Hindi on stage, perform anything.
Ekta, are you involved with some other non-profit organizations and groups here in Boston?
Yes, I am. And all those organizations are very close to my heart. ISW Hamrahi. I'm involved with volunteering for seniors. I'm involved with Amrit Sabha. These are all for seniors. And whenever I get time, when I conduct Bollywood dance workshop for seniors, even with ISW Hamrahi as well.
So what is ISW Hamrahi?
It's a group of seniors.
Okay, group of seniors. Okay.
It's run by seniors, and they conduct various programs to keep them engaged, whether it's games, some kind of entertainment show, dance workshops, fashion show, some awareness programs like these.
So did your dance academy, that's the only thing you do, or you have other job and work too?
This is my full-time job, because I don't mention this too many, but I teach Kathak as well. So sometimes I teach online to some kids in India. And I also do wedding choreography, so I'm involved in that multiple times. I get projects for that.
Okay, excellent. So that keeps you really busy then.
I am busy throughout.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your growing up in India. Where did you grow up, and how was that? What shaped your values and the way you think today?
I am born and brought up in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, and then later I moved to Delhi after marriage. My in-laws are also from Kanpur. So
you moved after marriage?
After marriage,
okay.
Yes. And I'm blessed that I've always been the part of big family and always surrounded with uncles, aunts, lots of cousins. And same had happened when I married to Anand, my husband. It was a big family. I've never been in a nuclear family. So one thing which I always value is giving respect to everyone, and always make sure that your family is together.
During your time, the marriage scene has started to change in India. It was more love, more open. So, was your marriage arranged marriage or was love marriage?
It was love marriage.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit in more detail? How did you meet him? And
Yeah, sure. So it was like a
first, you must have liked his name, Anand.
yes. It was funny though. Like a proper Bollywood movie, we used to fight a lot because we were in our teens, and at that time, we were in the same computer institute. He has left his engineering. I left my medical because the college in which we were got selected, we didn't like that. And
So, being selected in medical, you left the medical.
yes,
And Anand,
he got selected in engineering and he left that.
okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
But it worked out good, right?
it worked out good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really believe in that, Bendraji, that whatever happens, happens for good. If I wouldn't have met him if I've got good college. So the stars were the reason, and they were there to, the force helped us to meet. And so we met in the computer institute. I was learning software programming. I did software programming for 4 years. I worked as software programmer. And this is how we met. And we were very good friends with the besties of the computer institute at that time. And then from
So,
Friendship.
how long you dated?
4.5 years.
4.5 years. So now, and feel free to say no to my question, but if you can answer that. So again, people of my generation at that time, a little bit earlier, love marriage was not that common,
Right.
and so when I meet somebody and they have a love marriage, I have always these questions. No matter how many times I've heard this answer. So, if also tell me about the marriage experience while being falling in love and then getting married.
In the beginning, very frankly, Benji, it was not easy because of the difference in culture. I'm Punjabi, he is Marwari. And I had great mother-in-law as well in the family, and they have lots of expectations. I have been welcomed with open arms in the family, I will say that. But because of the huge culture difference, it took time. But patience and and the support from Anand, because of him only I was in this family, and he supported me so much, and all that together, support and patience, and I also gave up few things, some sacrifices,
Sure.
and it all came together and worked very well. And now my mother-in-law is my best friend.
Excellent. Very good. So now, what is the one secret of a good love marriage?
I think everyone is different. Every couple is different. I cannot say what I will tell you. What works with me is keep your ego aside.
That is a big challenge. Yeah, sure.
Keep your ego aside. Sometimes you go down, sometimes let him go down. It's fine. And support each other. May whatever come, may whatever challenge come, don't blame each other for that challenge. Support each other, be together and fight with that challenge. And you will come out of it. And that challenge will bring you closer and makes your relationship stronger.
Do you talk to your children, your daughters, about India, the family structure, or your vision about them?
Fortunately, we had a family reunion in last month, and we all were together in the family. My kids were a little hesitant to go because they were going after 10 years. But
So this was in India?
yes,
Okay.
we all met my in-laws. We all were under one roof after 10 years. And they were just so happy to see the way everyone is sitting together, talking, and the respect which I am giving to my mother-in-law, the love which mother-in-law was showing to me, my brother-in-law relationship of my brother-in-law with him, everything we were having. chat, we were having dinner together, and not a single moment my kids sit in their room. We all together, and now they are ready to go back again to be in the same, to be with the family again. So they were, what I believe is that if you are showing respect to your elders, your kids will do the same.
When you were growing up and who you are today, what are some of the milestones in your life which change your thinking or philosophy of life that, if I get into a conflict or I get into trouble or things are going great, I'm not going to deviate from this, or this is how I'm going to solve this problem?
I love this question, Peluji, because everyone has gone through challenges, ups and downs. Same with me. But whoever I am today, it was not an easy path. But so whenever I used to see problem, I used to get panic, overwhelmed. Why is this happening with me? I haven't planned this way. But as soon as years passed by, and my profession has taught me this.
Mhm.
Just like you plan something, we do lots of rehearsals, right? And that's your planning for life. And but when you perform on stage, something unexpected happens,
Sure.
and which you're not prepared for. But you keep on going, you keep on dancing, and because of that quality of as a dancer has taught me the lesson of life. So now I know problem will come, whatever I have planned will not things might not go that way, but I sit back, I with patiently I start thinking about the solution of that problem.
Now, if one person you would like to meet in your life, who will be that person?
As a dancer, if I answer this question, I would say there are not one, there are two. One is, I know I won't be able to ever because he is no more, but his legacy, the institution which he has left behind will always be with us, and that is Pandit Birju Maharaj Ji. And the second one, who has really inspired me as a dancer when I was 8 or 9 years old at that time, I saw this movie called Nache Mayuri, and I saw this dancer. This movie is made on her life, and after losing one limb, she came back, and she continued her dance, and today she's there, and every moment she's paying gratitude to God. I am so moved with her perception of life, her resilience, that whenever I will get chance, I will try to ask her that what is that force and power that keep her moving even after losing one limb, and she's still a beautiful dancer.
Now, all the experience you have so far in your own life, going through all the different channels and different walks and pathways in your life, what are a couple of advices you will give to today's kids?
I would like to say, as per my experience, what I have learned in my life so far, that be consistent. Whatever you have started, be consistent and compassionate. Do whatever you do, give your 100% to it. Doesn't matter you will gonna get success in it or not. Doesn't matter. Give your 100%. Do everything with sincerity, and if you are doing this, I'm sure things will fall in its place one day.
Now, when you are not working, how do you have fun? How the teaching dances?
Of course, that's one of the biggest therapy for me, and I write stories.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So,
And one day, maybe I will try to produce short movies on those stories, or some I would like to direct a play on based on those stories. Whenever I get time, I have also done some acting plays with Setu. My father, he used to have a dance theater in Lucknow, theater company. So I have those genes in me of acting. So I do act sometimes, and I try to incorporate those things in my dance too.
So now you mentioned Setu play. So have you acted in which play you have acted?
Yeah, I have played Mumtaz Mahal in it was a monologue, and they have this love-in segment where all the stories were based on love, on different shades of
I think
love.
I saw them. Yes, I
you saw
saw that series. Yeah.
The second one I played Sanjay in Andhal.
And that I also saw that. So Ekta, do you have any dream project?
Yes, I do. I have started Kathak classes as well, and my Kathak classes are affiliated from Prayag Sangeet Samiti, and I'm so glad people are showing
Prayag
interest.
Sangeet Samiti in Allahabad.
Allahabad, that's right. So it's a proper affiliated samiti, and the students whoever will enroll, they will have to take exams, and the examiner will be from Prayag Sangeet Samiti. It's a kind of program started from the teachers of Prayag Sangeet Samiti for the people who are especially NRI kids, so that they can enroll, they can take exams, and they can get a degree in classical dance.
Now, before I let you go, we were talking about advice, right? That what advice you'll give to kids and all those things. So I'm going to also ask you, what advice you'll give to your husband? What advice?
He is working a lot nowadays. I would say take some break, take me to London or somewhere, and go easy. He's working a lot.
Perfect. Okay, excellent. That's good advice. I think all of us, I'm a big believer in taking off, days off. I'm a big believer in
Oh, that's nice.
because it really recharges you and
Absolutely.
it reduces the stress. And I find you become more creative when you are relaxed.
Yes.
Especially in my type of work, the relaxation, taking off is very important because your mind works 10 times much more faster.
Absolutely.
It is 10 times more creative. And you enjoy what you are doing. It doesn't matter any type of
Absolutely.
work.
And if you are in the field of creativity,
Yes.
you need break,
Yes.
because your mind get exhausted. After every project, you feel drained.
Sure.
So you need some break where you just spend me time away from every social media and other things, and rejuvenate yourself and come back.
That is a great advice to your husband. Perfect. He should definitely follow that. Totally agree with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Upendraji. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure talking with you.